I'm Shabnam. I am French-American, Iranian. I'm a mix of things. I was born in the States and I've been in France now for 26 years. I am a doctor in law, business environmental law, and I'm above all, I'd say, an environmentalist. And today I'm a consultant in sustainable solutions. I work with companies, be it multinationals in big beverage company, for example, to very small companies or working with farmers to accompany them to identify existing solutions in relation to their problems, and to then accompany them, I do not tell them what to do and what the best solution is for them, but I work with them so that they develop their own solutions in relation to the problems that they've identified. And what I do is I often invite them and encourage them to work with either their consumer communities or their providers or with cities if there's an issue with the city, so that they branch out and work in what we call collaborative intelligence, collective intelligence to solve their solutions, solve their problems. Because actually my life motto is that there are more solutions than problems, and especially when you're working with sustainable issues, implicate environmental or social or economic problems, to have a holistic view, to have a holistic approach. The more types of intelligence, the more types of people, when it's well coordinated, you get fabulous results. So that's what I do.
So what is a typical mission and how do you know when it ends?
There's never a typical mission. They're all different. They're all very, very unique. But what's common to each mission is that there's always this sort of realization for the client and the people that are present that there's a different way to work together, and that it's possible, and that actually everyone can take on these methods and actually reproduce them themselves to improve their way of working, waste less time, human potential, resources, and actually generate less waste. So that's the way I work. So they're very different. Often it's just a day's work. It can be a day or two. There's a moment when people come together. People usually don't always know each other, and so there's what I call in French a moment where inclusions, where you include everyone, so make everyone feel at home. Takes usually, depends, it can take an hour or more, so that everyone's equal also in the work session. You might have the CEO and you might have a secretary, but in that work session they each have their own experience, their own talents, and we want everyone to share that and perspective. And we want everyone to be able to feel at home, to be able to work. And so there's, within the work period, which is the main piece, there's a moment which I call in French émergence, where it's just the creativity moment, where you really let them go and in relation to the subject and dream up whatever they need to dream up. And then there's a second phase where it comes back together and they have to actually build stuff so that when they leave, they've actually got, a to-do list or a project that's been designed or whatever. And then the final stage is sort of the exit stage, where everyone can share what they learned, what they felt in relation to it. Because often in meetings, the closing part is usually rushed. It's just, okay, the meeting's over and everybody leaves, and people usually leave with a lot of frustration or anger because they weren't able to express a feeling. And there it's usually actually a fabulous moment where, at least for me as a facilitator, I get a lot of feedback because people were able to take part in a collaborative way to produce something. So